welcome to the Vibe Doctor Tarot. We are going to look at what situation you may be dealing with or working on manifesting right now. Let's look at what situation you may be working on. Right now, you have the Three of Cups. What is the situation you might be working on? You have a Three of Swords. What situation are you in the middle of or working on at the moment? With a King of Swords. Dear Lord, I'm sorry. Okay, so either dealing with or presently or are on the other side of it and are wanting to resolve this heartbreak of the past with this King of Swords in the reversed. So we have the Three of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the King of Swords in the reverse. In the position of what you're working on, you have the Three of Swords, which means pain in the heart, sorrow, grief, regret, feeling like really being probably beat up a lot by the flying monkeys in your head, really stepping on that stored pain or using that stored pain to keep you in the situation that you're really working to heal. And on the other side, on each side of you, okay, on the to the right of you, you have a Three of Cups. You've got friends that are trying to be there for you, trying to support you, trying to help you through this. On the other side of you, you've got a rather nasty masculine energy, and this is a King of Swords. So a King of Swords is someone who was very good with using words to manipulate. Now, this energy could be representing your own inner voice, like the egoic flying monkeys in your voice, but it could be an actual physical person on the outside of you who is also being a bully, who is also, really trying to cut you down with words, trying to hurt you with words, and is not in their integrity. Any card in the reverse, especially one of the court cards, like a king or a queen, is talking about someone who's not in their highest self. They're in their pain, they're in their stuff, and they're trying to, project that or take that out onto someone else. And you are here in the middle of this, like really trying to work through the pain in your heart, within you, around love, around a situation. And it's not just around, I really do feel like you've got some grief in there also. You may be grieving several things. I don't think it's just one thing, but changes, loss. We can grieve just, like a change in a job or a change in a role we play, or we can also grieve the loss of people. So let's get clarification. Give me clarification on this beautiful friend group that is doing their best to help you. A Five of Pentacles in reverse. Alright, give me clarification on this Three of Swords. Tell me more about the Three of Swords, please. Oh, an Ace of Cups. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And give me clarification on the King of Swords. A Two of Cups. Oh, wanting to partner up here. Or he's upset about the loss of a partnership. So let's look first at this Five of Pentacles in reverse and this Three of Cups. I really think this friend group or this family group or whatever it is trying to be there for you and trying to help you see the positive, make you feel like, oh, you can celebrate now, you're free, or you're whatever. They're really trying to encourage and uphold you, but the Five of Pentacles, they may be even trying to tell you, now you're not going to, pointing out all the ways in which, you can be treated correctly now. They're trying to point out to you how you can recover now. That's what I'm trying to say. That you can recover from, and you may have lost something financially. There may have been a financial loss in the middle of this, whatever you're in. And they're saying, that struggle, that hardship, that loss, that can be over now. And we can celebrate about this. And let's celebrate that this is over now. And so this is a beautiful energy trying to help you through this grief and heartbreak. And for you, if you don't have a friend group or family support, maybe it is, readings like this or whatever it is. There is an energy there, though, that is trying to point out to you, and it could be your own internal guidance system or your guide saying, hey, you're the struggle and the hardship, that it's behind you now. It's behind you, and let's dance and let's celebrate and let's focus on that. And yes, you do have some, healing to do around the heart, of course. And you can do that and celebrate at the same time. You may not be able to stay in celebration a long time because that pain will call for you to do some more dissolving work on that stored pain, but you can have those happy moments now. You're through the hardship of it. And with the Ace of Cups coming here, this represents you, okay? This is the energy of how you're feeling about this. So yes, you've had some heartache. Yes, you've had some heartbreak. Yes, you've had some loss and sorrow and grief. However, the way you're feeling about this is looking at new beginnings. And you're really wanting peace and love in your life. Like you just want peace, okay? So an Ace of Cups can also talk about a second chance in love. And I don't know that the focus is on a partnership or something like that. It's just of loving myself. Like getting to really know myself really, really well, and a second chance to do that. Like a second chance to get to know myself, because I was never in a position, I couldn't even learn about myself before, but now I'm in a position where I can be with me and get to know me and get to love me and get to understand myself at a deeper level. And I can play in that space. I'm free to play in that space. So that's a wonderful feeling and an attitude to be having about this, even though you did go through this. With this King of Swords, you're feeling like you're looking at the bright side of it, saying, okay, well, at least now I'm free to get to know myself and fill my own cup with what I want in it. Not with scraps and crumbs of what this person wants to put in my cup, but I can fill my cup with what I want in it, and it's going to be the truth about me. And then you have this Two of Cups clarifying the King of Swords. So I really do think this is someone who, it's in the upright, so that kind of makes me think that they would go for a reconciliation, or would like a partnership, or like to come back together and work together, or be together, or have this. Let me sit with that for a second. This also, it kind of feels like with this Knight of Swords being in the reverse, which means they're not using the power of their words for good. They're using it to cut down and destroy. It's almost like, or they're capable of that. They can do both. When they want something, they can, turn that around and say things that you want to hear. But if they're not getting what they want, then that can turn ugly. but I don't know if it's like a partner in crime, or they've teamed up with someone. That's kind of more what it feels like than wanting to. Now, for some of you, yes, I think they probably would like to just, get back together or whatever. But for others, it's like they're still in the reverse. They're not in their integrity. They're angry. They're lashing out. They're blaming. They're projecting. And they've got somebody who will listen to them and will feed, like will tell them they're right, and they're encouraging their belief and making them feel better about their sidekick. I don't know. Are we going to move away from that's what's happening in the physical? And this is not about drama. Like, these readings are not about, they're not drama focused. We're talking about holding the highest vibration about a situation so that you can move through it, and you can create what you're wanting to create, or heal what you're wanting to heal, and hold the highest vibe. Like, that's what it's about. So right now, the way you're looking, even though you've got some situations shifting and changing and falling apart, that they weren't great situations anyway, it needed to go, you feel like you're feeling good about it. Like, you don't feel like this happened to you, but you don't feel like you're dwelling on that. You do look like you're trying to really connect to love and pour out love on yourself and others, like compassion, like you're really trying to tap into compassion. Okay, so let's look at path A. If you change nothing, if you don't change any of your thoughts, you keep going with how you're feeling and what you're thinking, and your vibration stays the same, what is the potential outcome? We have a Queen of Swords in the reverse, a Page of Pentacles. This feels like another player on the board that just showed up. Okay, I'm not liking that. Okay. We've got some things we need to shift. Okay. And I know path B is going to show us what those things are. But even though you're really doing your God's honest best to focus on compassion for yourself, compassion for others, to stand in love, second chances, peace, harmony, intuition, all those things, like you're doing your best. You've got some stored pain, which is talking about, and rightfully so, like you've been hurt, okay? Or that ego has been hurt. That's usually the part of us that is wounded, not what we are, because we are untouchable. But that ego has been wounded. You are working through that. You're working to release the stored pain of that. But there's still, you're still in it, okay? You're still in it, even though you're doing your best to not hold your focus there and not dwell in that. You're still in the rough waters, moving out of it. And with the vibe that you're in, it may be kind of up and down a little bit, because you're coming out of the drama, but you're still kind of like in it a little bit. So you've got a Queen of Swords in the reverse, you got a Page of Pentacles, and you got a Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords talks about anxiety, worry, like those 3 a.m. thoughts that just attack you about coulda, woulda, shouldas, what you should have done, what you should have said, what you could have said, why they did this, why you did that, like the attack of the flying monkeys. You're still where you sit, even though you're doing your best, where your vibration is, you're still vulnerable to attack because of the stored pain that you still hold within yourself. Then I know you're trying not to focus on. I think you're working on it, but I think that because, it's not all dissolved, this is still playing out just a little bit, and that's okay. I want you to accept where you are, and you're here listening because you want to shift your vibration to a higher level so that you can avoid this path A that I'm talking about right now. There's a Queen of Swords. Let me talk about her for just a second. A Queen of Swords in the reverse. This can be another player on the board, which I kind of think it is for some of you. And for some of you, it's just you. It's just your own thoughts, meaning you're thinking too much with your heart. You're being too emotionally involved. You're clouded. Your judgment is clouded. Your judgment is clouded about this situation, and you can't see clearly. You can't really see the truth because you can't see the logic, you can't see the facts because your emotions are too stirred up by that ego voice of saying, this shouldn't have happened to me, and that, and this, and that. Like the ego, those flying monkeys are still quite a bit in charge and able to take you down, and that's okay. That's why you're here, is to gain control over them, and you will. But then you have the Page of Pentacles, and this talks about an excitement, a new idea. It could be something you're playing with around your talent, your skill, your money. You're like, oh, there's a little something shining through this mess that I'm playing with, and I really like it. But then you go back again to this Nine of Swords where I'm tired. You tired? I'm tired. This is a lot here in this reading. All right, let's look at the path B. If you hold the highest vibration, we're going to talk about what you need to do that. But if you hold the highest vibration possible, what is the potential outcome for this person going through this? All right. There's a little stubbornness we need to drop, okay? There's something you're being a little bit stubborn about, maybe accepting some help from someone, or you're sitting in your, I don't know, discontent or an Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Show me what else. If they hold the highest vibration, and I think this path is going to show us what you walk away from, what you detach, ways of thinking, what you need to shift out of your energy to hold this highest vibration. They hold the highest vibration possible. What can they turn around for themselves here? I don't want you to sit in confusion or clouded by your emotions, or clouded by all the words that the flying monkeys are saying, and not being able to go get the answers of the next steps to take, because it looks like you do have something going on with creation that's coming up for you, something that you're going to be working on, and I really want this cleared out of your energy so that, yeah, Eight of Swords, okay. Yeah, to shift to the highest vibration, the thoughts that are coming after you that must be overcome is that you're trapped, you're powerless. These words are keeping you stuck. They're holding you on that horizontal timeline of worrying about the past and worrying about the future. Those flying monkeys are really are able to get to you still. And I just did an audio about dissolving that stored pain so that they're not able to get to you. So you really need to start working on that to shift your vibration. You also have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. You may be suppressing what you know, not listening to what you know. With this Eight of Pentacles, it usually talks about, your work and your money. You could talk about, you're working very hard on a project, but you're not getting the desired outcome from it. You could be having financial uncertainty, incurring debt, falling for all kinds of things can be happening here. It's like someone has come along and kicked your beehive and all the stuff that you've been working on so much, and it's just leaking out. It's just like so the focus on that needs to shift. The focus on losing out on money, or there's a negative commentary about, your hard work just being sabotaged or not going anywhere, or there's a lot about that, about money. And there's this stubborn energy with this Four of Cups that needs to be walked away from. I know I'm giving you a lot at once here, but I want to focus on the positive, and that is that you are listening to those friends when they're talking to you about, you can have a new beginning here. This is a good opportunity for you to get to know yourself, and you're listening to that, and you're holding on to that because it's showing up here despite everything that's going on. So you're doing your best, but you're up against stuff that needs to be faced and dissolved. And there's this stubborn part of you that is not ready to let go of it and heal it and walk away from it, that wants to play with those flying monkeys and wants to listen to what they say and wants to feel done wrong. There's no victim card coming up here, so I'm not saying that you're playing in victim mentality. I'm just saying that there's part of you not wanting to look at, you just I'm tired. Did I tell y'all that? When you shift to the highest vibration, which you are doing, okay? You are going to do it. You come away from all these 3 a.m. attacks or all-day attacks of the mind. You're in the middle of a lot of mental energy right now. And it's clouding, it's in control of your emotional body still. And it means you're at the mercy of, how you feel is at the mercy of whatever these things, this ego says to you during the day. You have stored pain. You have been through a lot. You have been up against someone who blames and projects and pours all their stuff on you. It does look like they've got support and teaming up with someone. This is a Two of Cups, so it can be a friendship. It can be a love relationship. It could be just someone who's on their side, But you've got a Three of Cups. You've got more on your side than they do. If that makes you feel any better. You've got more support. But you're getting caught. There's getting caught up in your mind about this still. You could even be turning down a new opportunity or turning down an offer of something, and you're just like, I don't want it. This could be an offer of help. This could be an offer of love. This could be an offer of support. It could be an offer of, there's some little something being like, here, well, how about this? And you're like, nope, nope. I'm over it. And it just feels like a real strong feeling of stubbornness. I'll do it my way. I'll figure this out my way. I got to go back to this Queen of Swords. If this Queen of Swords is another person in your world, this could be someone who is like the King of Swords. Like, they can use their words against you, to harm you, to destroy your confidence. They can be cold. They can be calculating. For a lot of you, I don't think that this is another person, but it's possible that someone listening here could have an actual Queen of Swords in the reverse. For most of you, I really think this is just saying, you're clouded by your emotion. You're not thinking clearly. You're not seeing clearly the right action to take. You're in no position to take action right now because, there's just so much emotional energy, and you can't think logically. You can't see the divine right action to take when you're in the middle of an emotional attack, a mental attack, which you pretty much are, like off and on. Like, you're doing your best to hold it together, but you're under a lot of mental attack. I would definitely listen to the audio talking about mental attack and what to do while you're in the middle of one. And it's just things are ready to shift. Like, there's a big, I'm surprised the Tower card has not come out here, but it's shifting so that you can have this Ace of Cups, so that you can have this new beginning. But boy, it don't look pretty in the middle of it, does it? Alright, so let's get the final spiritual advice. What's Spirit's final advice here? Well, this is a new one. We must have a new subscriber somewhere listening. The closure. Yeah. Closure. The world in the reverse talks about a cycle repeating itself and it needing to close. When it's in the upright, you're done with it. Right now, you're in the middle of seeing if you're going to come out of this or if you're going to repeat this. If you master the flying monkeys and you dissolve all this stored emotional pain, you're not going to repeat this. You're going to go into that Ace of Cups and create a new beginning and create a whole new reality for yourself, that none of this crazy mental attack and tearing down and manipulation, none of that exists. You're going to do that for yourself. But right now, you're still on that hamster wheel and trying to get off. You're still trying to get out of this pattern. And those monkeys are fighting you with everything they got. That ego is trying to keep this pattern in place so hard. I did a recording about that too. Listen to anything about mental attack or dissolving stored emotional energy. You need that right now. You need to be working on that right now. Because you're still in it. Like, you're still in it and you're trying to get out of it. You want to get out of it. I think some type of help or some subtle offering is happening and you're saying no to it because you're just kind of being a little bit stubborn and a little bit over it. Now let's see what the spiritual key to this reading is. Give me the spiritual key. Thank you, Spirit, for being so clear. It's ego. It's ego. You've got the not mastering the flying monkeys. Like, that's all that it is. Once you master them, which means separate from your thoughts. That is not you saying all that. That's the ego. That's the old program. That's the lie talking to you. The strength in the reverse talks about, that thing is winning. Okay, when it's in the upright, you've mastered it. Meaning, it's still there, it still talks, but it doesn't, it's ridiculous, and it's ridiculous. Right now, you're still believing what it's saying, and it's still keeping you in the hamster wheel. It's as simple as that. You are still buying what it's selling, believing what it's saying, allowing it to get you tied up in your head, tied up in your emotions, and you're unable to see clearly how to get out. And you feel trapped in it. And it's destroying things that you've worked on, things that you've been working on maybe for years for yourself. And it just feels like it's just tearing your playhouse down here. Like, you don't like it. I don't think you're as unhappy about losing whoever this King of Swords is and the heartbreak that went on there as you are about how this is affecting your work, how this is affecting your money, and how this is affecting what you've built for yourself. Yeah. So it's mastering that voice in your head is what you are to be working on, because right now it is master over you still, and it is controlling your emotions. It decides how you feel each day. There's a lot of anger, there's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of that. So your first step is to get to a place of relief, to just say, I surrender. I surrender. Help me. Help me. Higher self. Help me. I surrender. Help me. Show me the way. Help me. And then to start listening to all these audios and take it a little at a time. Okay? I know this can be overwhelming, and that voice in your head can try to make it overwhelming so you can't escape from it. But you are working on escape. You are working on closing this cycle out, getting off this hamster wheel of pain and emotions, and mastering that mind. Thank you so much. I hope this helps. I'll see you on the next one.